This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information Culture.
This is what happens when we elect public servants and don't tell them what to do for us. Voting is not the end. It is just the beginning.
Excellence, station with a difference, station of the people. Nta Lagos Channel 10 for information and education, for all-round entertainment, for quality programs. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Oh, ya carry the go. Oh, ya carry the go. For children and family programs. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Where they entertain the people, all the people they know. All the latest news and sports. Nta Lagos Channel 10. For clear signal, where they waka far. Now we be the medium, we go help you sell your market. All round entertainment, oh, for everybody. Jolly, 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 jolly. Company tonight, this is your family station, oh. Family station, oh. Station for the people. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Station with a difference, oh. Station with a difference, oh. Station of excellence. Nta Lagos Channel 10.
Tonight on the news, tanker accidents again in Lagos. Falling Naira House of Representatives charges CBN to expedite action against further deregulation. Plus, latest in the world of entertainment. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. I am Hanuluwapo Eluwatoki. A fire accident that would have caused damage to lives and properties was averted this Tuesday at Surulere, Lagos, where a petroleum tanker loaded with diesel fell on the stadium bridge. Kehinde Lamidi, who was at the scene of the accident, reports.
The accident, which occurred around noon this Tuesday on the National Stadium Bridge, Surulere, involved a tanker loaded with over 30,000 liters of diesel.
According to information we gathered, the truck was coming from Ijora through this bridge. And before that time, there had been a minor accident along this road.
And descending the National Stadium Bridge, noticed an accident at the Stadium Hotel bus stop ahead of it. In the process of trying to maneuver to avoid another crash, the truck lost the brake and rammed into the road divider, causing it to tumble, spilling its content on the highway. At the time NTA News arrived at the scene of the accident, it took the combined effort of the officials of the State Fire Service, the State Transport Management Authority, Federal Road Safety Corps, and NEMA to avert a terrible fire disaster. The luckiest among the victims of the accident is the owner of this Volkswagen Golf, which nearly got stuck under the truck.
He had a brake problem, so he climbed the verge. Once he climbed the verge, the car started tilting. I tried to dodge, I couldn't, until he now tumbled and now squeezed us towards the car. That's when my friends pushed themselves out. I pushed myself.
Ibrahim Faniloye is the coordinator Lagos Territorial Office of NEMA.
The product have spilled into unknown places now, far away from here. But what we have succeeded in doing is blanketing and weakening the effectiveness of the product. Wherever it gets to now, it won't disrupt any activities of the people, however long, because it has been blanketed by chemicals.
The area has been cordoned off to avoid people scooping the content, which may eventually lead to fire. In Lagos, it's been Kendila Amidi reporting for NTA News.
Away from the fire accidents, the Senate has passed for second reading the National Social Insurance Programs Agency Amendment Bill, which seeks to transfer the agency to the presidency from the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. The bill, sponsored by the Senate leader Okoyemi Bamidele, seeks to ensure continuity and sustainability of the program as a reliable tool to solve problems associated with poverty in Nigeria. The amendment will also enable the realization of the Sustainable Development Goals, including social inclusion and empowerment, improved healthcare delivery and education, as well as eradication of poverty in the land.
To be named in various communities that, yes, indeed, government recognizes me and government has seen my plight. And the person will go to church, will go to the mosque to go and pray for government and be thankful to government.
The House of Representatives has passed a resolution urging the Central Bank of Nigeria to urgently implement monetary policy adjustments to reclaim and stabilize the naira from its free fall against the dollar. Sequel to a motion by Representative Ismaila Arunadabu of Bauchi State on banking regulation to also investigate the use of US dollars and other foreign currencies as legal tender for domestic transactions in Nigeria.
As the value of the naira continues to lose value and depreciate against the dollar and other foreign currencies, foreign investors may be deterred from investing in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, this is 200 naira CD, 200 CD is of Ghana, is equivalent to 14,800 naira of Nigerian money.
If you want to fly some of the foreign airlines, they charge you in dollars. Mr. Speaker, it is illegal and it should be stopped.
We need to urge the federal government to encourage agriculture in any way possible, because what is putting pressure on our currency today is that we are import dependent.
If it were in a developed country that you wake up the next day and the currency shifts a little bit, somebody will leave his job. But here, nothing is happening. Dollar will rise up tomorrow and everything continues like that.
The thing we should focus at is what are the policies we can do that will bring about import substitution and export promotion. That's the only thing we can do that will give us opportunity to have more foreign exchange. And we cannot be a producing nation if we are still having power problem in this country. We cannot, there's no way we can produce.
House members also urged the Apex Bank to address speculative activities in the forex market and increase the withdrawal limits of the naira to reduce the pressure on dollars and other foreign currencies. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says one of his primary mandates is to ensure radical reforms of the public media organizations, particularly the Nigerian Television Authority, to sustain its radical reforms as the leading public broadcaster in Nigeria. The minister was a guest on NTA's Current Affairs programs 101 as highlight of the minister's visit to the agencies and parastatals under the ministry. Nigerian Television Authority NTA headquarters in the nation's capital, Abuja, is the first to play host to the minister. NTA's Director General Saliu Abdul Hamid Dembos led top management staff of the organizations as they took of the organization as they took the minister and his team on a facility tour. The team visited the dump sites, major studios, control rooms across NTA network, NTA International, NTA News 24, and the multi-channels. The minister reassured Nigerians that the era of propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation is gone as it pledged to meet the information needs of Nigerians towards national prosperity. Away from the minister's visits, critical stakeholders in the climate space and energy sectors in Africa are meeting in Abuja, Nigeria. They are deliberating on a broad roadmap towards achieving a greener future through a robust financing of the energy transition plans of government. Charles Alpha reports.
This meeting is coming on the heels of the last African Climate Summit held in Nairobi, Kenya. The idea is to seek ways to add value to proclamations made on financing gas as a transition fuel, unlocking investment in renewable energy while mainstreaming climate justice of Africa's energy transition plans for a greener future.
Africa is a different climate entirely. We need to begin to design what works for Africa. And I spoke about the immense opportunities in the renewable energy sector.
The ultimate goal of the African Climate Forum 2023 is to rally and channel activities of stakeholders in the energy sector towards achieving a greener future for all. But the assurances from this forum is that Nigeria has a robust, inclusive, and timely energy transition plans with the target of creating more jobs and the economic growth that is so needed.
In the quest for a brighter future, Africa and indeed Nigeria must step up dialogue around innovation.
We can bridge the financing that is needed to make that happen.
This presents an opportunity to deliver on Nigeria's nationally determined contributions, whose implementation explores and channels resources into viable green projects.
For the next 2 days, the forum will foster insightful discussions, share innovative strategies that will accelerate investments in the Africa's energy transition projects and technologies. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
You're still watching news at 7 on the NTA Lagos Channel 10. More to come after this time out. Please don't go away.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts the activities of the Nigerian Senate, Federal House of Representatives, and all the 36 state houses of assembly. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Glad to have you back. You're still watching news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now let's give attention to Emmanuel Francis on the latest news on the foreign scene.
Modi on Tuesday said Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called him and gave him an update on the deadly conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has killed over 1,600 people so far. The Prime Minister said he assured Mr. Netanyahu that India stands with Israel in this difficult hour. He also underscored that India strongly condemns terrorism in all forms. I thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for his phone call and providing an update on the ongoing situation. People of India stand firmly with Israel on this, PM Modi posted on his Twitter page. Moving on, a social media influencer in Angola has had her prison sentence increased to 2 years for insulting President João Lourenço on TikTok. Ana da Silva Miguel, popularly known as Net Nahara, was initially sentenced by a court to 6 months in August. However, an appeal court ruled that the sentence was too lenient and raised it to 2 years. Ms. Miguel accused the president on her TikTok account of anarchy and disorganization, local media reported. She also blamed the president for the lack of schools, housing, and employment in the oil-rich southern African states. And that's all for foreign news. I am Emmanuel Francis.
And away from the foreign scene, AFCC oppressed me in front of my daughter. Wife, singer, scales allergies. Now let's join Divine James for these and more on entertainment news.
Raul John, better known as Scales, has called out the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), claiming heavily armed operatives of the agency broke into his house and wrongly accused him of being a fraudster. He said he was sleeping with a 6-month-old daughter when the anti-graft agency operatives, numbering about 3, broke into his house through the back door on Monday night. The Sheikh Badi Kuna said he had a panic attack because of some health issues he is dealing with. He also claimed his record producer was injured by the EFCC operatives. Moving on, Afrobeat musician David Adeleke, better known as Davido, has reacted to comedian AY's public apology following his insensitive joke. Report shows that AY, during his recent stage performance in Warri, made insensitive comments about Davido impregnating many women with his small manhood while he had been trying with his larger one for over 13 years. Those jokes drew criticism from netizens, who condemned the comedian for publicly disrespecting his fellow entertainers. Following the backlash, AY in an Instagram post apologized to the singer, attributing the misunderstanding of how his words were misconstructed by blogs. And that is all on entertainment news. I am Divine James.
Many thanks, Divine, for that entertainment tidbits. Up next, a sports update with Gift George.
Host of the next edition of the West and Central Africa Challenge Trophy Ladies Golf Tournament, Côte d'Ivoire, emerged champions of the week-long International Golf Championship at Lakeway Lakes Golf Club, Lagos. Team Côte d'Ivoire scored a total of 507 points after 3 rounds to beat Ghana, who finished in second position with 512 points, while former champions and host Nigeria settled for third place with 514 points. 8 countries from the region featured at the World Ranking Ladies Golf Tournament, which precedes the All Africa Challenge Trophy Ladies Golf Tournament.
The team played good. A 79 is so good. Thank you for Nigeria. Thank you for the competition.
3 of the 4 countries that won fielded young girls. So this is a wake-up call for Nigeria to invest in golf development, girls golf.
In another news, the Lagos State Sports Commission plans to consolidate on its achievements at the just concluded National Youth Games in Asaba, Delta State, where Team Lagos finished in second position with 61 medals, 21 gold, 19 silver, and 21 bronze medals. While reviewing the performance of Team Lagos, the Lagos Sports Commission says it is satisfied with its policy of showcasing young talents from its grassroots schools programs, which will yield positive results for the country's sports development in the long term.
Using very young children, it just demonstrates that as far as the immediate future is concerned, we have enough medalists and performers who can take us to the next level, and our ambitions, our hopes will result in reality of them becoming gold medalists in future.
In boxing, Nigeria's international female boxer Chiamaka Nwantorocha is now the queen of the jungle after she defeated Sarah Gino of Benin Republic in the second round of her first international bout via technical knockout.
I'm very overwhelmed, it's an emotional thing. I didn't believe that I was going to win the belt. I was very sure that I was going to win, but it's just an affirmation.
Other winners also emerged in other categories during the event, sanctioned by the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control. With Sports Update, Gift George, NTA News.
On that note, we wrap up the news at 7 on Lagos Channel 10. Mika Mekwe is standing by to take the translation of the news in Ogo. I am Anuluakbo Oluwatoki. Good evening.
Echile mi kwabo mi kudo wijai mi kudo le
na semite 20 channel 10 mika mekpe we lileno to di nujijo miyotan idokojo to awa sulu le tanji to woni na ohun da ho enobe ami to son ijora si awa jije weyedo idokojo na ohun ene ni le miyoto woni na eto yeto ohun lokun ja sulu le si awa jito stadium bridge weyedo ohun lo we fle boho je aliji wenenu we yedo to teneme we ya we yewu meheno kpenukunu jijo lego so ohia oteneme na do so gan kpenukunu jijo enego na ohun lo ni kawle mi on gbogbo una mehetin to ledo melole wenu na kende la midi so ohia teme nu jijo ene wa ayimete we eba si gbedidodo nu jijo ene edoko gba una o mesusu to ledo melole pàtàkì mehetin to awaloji kabi mehetin to humeboto ohun kun wenu na nu jijo ene wa ayimete yedo me no i division wa to wede pepe nu enu jijo ajiji jo to aime to we fide pepe we ye ko so ya to ten me na do so gan wa nu ye so gan wa to unu ye to me na ohun lo ni ka wule mi on gbogbo àwọn na me tin to le do me lole ose ada o to gbo Nigeria ton to ni ko ze do ayi na do so gan ba si didi ona ose panu kan ogbe pipri eno penu kun ajo pelego to wona nu jijo de pepe na jodo yego we ye ba city to na do go ogbe pipri ene do alo to gbogan to me azo so gan penu kun ogbe pipri ene logo to de we yedo yeze nile ehe boda yi me yeze nile ene boda yi we yin no konto o sin oloton ene opeyemi bamidele na do so gan modo ye penu kun nulego to togbo Nigeria tume kodo ko mo poga we yeze tito ene boda yi to woni na togbo Nigeria ton si o Ghana to o kona ogbe pipre ni lo ye ni do so gan modo ye pego no ye pego na o sene lo ando de ogbe pipre ni lo sun alo me no penu kun betolego to togbo Nigeria tume we yero to de do togbo gan Nigeria ton we na no penu plane logo na do so gan wa odo kuraga na nukon yi to gbolotan ko mo poga to ajo wewaji moga to we ho me holego kuraga to ten devo le me we yedo to buga Nigeria to we na no penu kun ogbe pipri ene logo to din osin ọpẹ bí tó gbé Nàìjíríà tún kò pérépo àkóẹkọ dàhó tó gbé Nàìjíríà tún kó nando sọgánbà city tó dógbọn èkẹyìn àkóẹkọ náírà tún gò ló lé àkọlọ wádò wọ dọlà lọ ètò àgàyè èbà sínú débò máa yan náà dé àkóẹkọ lọtẹ wẹ tó dín osin ọpẹ bí tó gbé Nàìjíríà tún kò pérépo àkóẹ sẹdóhọ dàhó tó gbé Nàìjíríà tún kó nando sọgánbà city tó 18 to uro etume na do goalo igodo na de akwa dollar to aga ido po mo poga we yedo na to gbo Nigeria to yin to gbo de bo eno de onu teme le ton mo yedo e ma yan kele dile akwa olote bo akwa naira to gbigbre to wele ponu bo eto do wa mo dollar to aga yi ye ko ze boda ido to de ye number 6 do dina heje do le yeto akwe devo lezan to gbo Nigeria to me na ajokole eba sinu devo to alotundo ekeyin akwe to gbo Nigeria to eyin naira lo to de we yedo the number si ọjà lóríjẹ to àwà ẹni lọjí na akwe dollar lo nido sogan mo emena de akwolete moga po mopoga yeso me ze osene boda yi na yeni sogan pọgo eneweyin Ismaila Haruna weze o tito motongo boda yi na yeni do sogan pọgo do le akwolote to togbo Nigeria to meba sinu debo to ahuvena me tinto togbo Nigeria to mele tó dín wẹ mí yédọ ekeyin o me vive me pàtàkì tó ekeyin ayi me kpódọgá lẹdọmẹlẹ me wúrọnà tó àwà ẹnẹlẹjì tó dín wẹ yeko kprí tó Abuja Nigeria tó togbo Nigeria tọmẹ nàdó sọgánbà city tó ẹjẹ náà nùkan nùkan tògbó nàìjíríà tàn kúrọ̀gá tògbó 18 tó ekeyin mẹ̀wìgbéjìlẹ̀ kó wẹ̀yẹ́ tó di kòbásítì tó dọ̀ léyà ìmẹ̀lọ́tẹ̀ kúrọ̀gá léèmíọ́ hó lẹ́ẹ̀tẹ̀ wẹ̀yẹ́ náà zé tó títò tẹ̀mẹ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ bọ̀dá yìí náà dó gọ̀kọ̀ náà ekeyin àwà lẹ́dọ́mẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀tàn náà yédọ̀ tó mẹ̀wìgbéjì dé lẹ́dọ́mẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀tẹ̀ ebàsí inú dé gbòǹgbò tàlàrà náà dé tètò àwà déwòlẹ́jì tó ekeyin àyàn tó lọ́ọ̀bùlẹ́bùmẹ̀ wẹ̀ tó di yédọ̀ títò tẹ̀mẹ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ wẹ̀ yẹ́ kó zé bọ̀dá yìí náà nùkan yìí tògbó nàìjíríà tán mọ̀ọ́gá ekeyin tògbó déwòlẹ́ tó àyàn tó lọ́mẹ̀ mẹ̀tsẹ̀lẹ̀ mi ká fọ́ náà wòjà yìí tán mi kà mí pé wẹ̀ lẹ́nà káká jẹ̀sọ̀ mi náà sọ pé èyí sàn.
Excellence, station with a difference, station of the people. NTA Lagos Channel 10. For information and education, for all-round entertainment, for quality programs. So NTA Lagos Channel 10. Oh, yeah, carry the go. Oh, yeah, carry the go. For children and family programs. NTA Lagos Channel 10. Where they entertain the people, all the people they know. For the latest news and sports. NTA Lagos Channel 10. For clear signal, where they waka far. Now we be the medium, we go help you sell your market. All round entertainment, oh, for everybody. Jolly, 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 jolly. Come on it tonight, this is your family station, oh. Family station, oh. Station for the people. NTA Lagos Channel 10. Station with a difference, oh. Station with a difference, oh. Station of excellence. NTA Lagos Channel 10. NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now the station for
The children are our future, so it's crucial we communicate with them on Family Talk with Lamide. Join us on Family Talk with Lamide as motivational TV personality. Lamide Adenuga delivers leadership and human capacity development content to our future leaders within and outside Nigeria. We also tackle social ills like bullying, drug abuse, peer pressure, depression, internet fraud, and many more. Family Talk with Lamide. It's all about us. Now showing on Family Talk with Lamide. Family Talk with Lamide.
Nta Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts activities of the Nigerian Senate, Federal House of Representatives, and all the 36 state houses of assembly. Nta Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Can I see your particulars, sir?
Officer, my particulars no dey here.
In that case, you'll have to come with me to the police station.
Officer, which levels? Where I for find you something make you take arrange your weekend.
What? Offense number 1, driving without particulars. Offense number 2, trying to bribe an officer of the law.
I won't harass Nigerians or take bribe. Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Excellence, station with a difference, station of the people. Nta Lagos Channel 10. For information and education, for all round entertainment, for quality programs. So Nta Lagos Channel 10. Oh, ya carry the go, oh, ya carry the go. For children and family programs. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Where they entertain the people, all the people they know. For the latest news and sports. Nta Lagos Channel 10. For clear signal, where they waka far. Now we be the medium, where go help you sell your market. All round entertainment, oh, for everybody. Jolly, 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 jolly. Company tonight, this is your family station, oh. Family station, oh. Station for the people. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Station with a difference, oh. Station with a difference, oh. Station of excellence. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Nta Lagos Channel 10. Now the station for
we are here today to kind of draw attention to this issue and doing the job we're supposed to be doing here, enlightening you, our very esteemed viewer. Now you stay. After the break, we will sit down here and we'll talk about lupus. Now, lupus is a disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissue and organs. Scientifically, there is there's still no cure for these ailments. But with constant management, one or the patients or